Hello and welcome to Ethan's Bass World. I'm Ethan. Bass World. I recorded this whole video already and my phone ran out of storage. So I'm doing it again. It's nice to get to know some of you online. I have some viewers that reach out to me on YouTube and Instagram, and we're chatting. You guys are super nice, except for that one guy that was like, "You sure say like a lot." I watched the video back, and you're right. I did say like a lot. I grew up watching, 90s movies, Valley Girls and shit. I don't know. I just say it. But now I'm going to try really hard not to say it. That's going to be hard. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. This just might not be the channel for you. If you don't like the word like, you can find Scott's Bass Lessons has way more famous people. Go watch their stuff. But for you folks out there that enjoy the word like, I'm your guy. Today I listened to the 1996 album Test for Echo by Rush. And I gotta say, it was okay, in my opinion. I think they're capable of more. I've heard them write songs that spoke to me more. And I think this one felt like it was lacking a little bit. But I got to say, part of fandom, in my opinion, is having opinions, being critical. And I just don't think that this was their best work. But it came right after Counterparts, which I thought was miraculous. I think it did kind of carry on that hard rock style, that 90s rock style, in a really good way. Like, I don't think this is a bad album. I just don't think in the canon of Rush music, I don't think it's going to be one that people are like, oh, this one's the best. But that's just me. There might be some huge echo heads out there. Come in the comments and just talk about how much you love this record. I got to talk about some lyrics real quick. Here we go. I printed them out. Virtuality by Rush. Like a shipwreck, mariner adrift on an unknown sea. Oh, that's actually beautiful. Clinging to the wreckage of the lost ship Fantasy. I'm a castaway, stranded in a desolate land. I can see footprints in the virtual sand. See, when this song started, you're just like, oh my gosh, was this like Fitzgerald writing this shit? Is this Moby Dick? And then when he said the word virtual, I was like, ooh, what's coming? And then the second he was done with that sentence, he goes, net boy, net girl, send your signal round the world. Let your fingers walk and talk and set you free. Net boy, net girl, send your impulse round the world. Put your message in a modem. I just thought that was so funny. I was thinking to myself, did Geddy write these lyrics? Because I know Neil writes the lyrics for most of these songs, but this seems like so silly that it has to be Geddy. I don't know. I feel like Geddy's a silly guy. This is the problem with putting modern technology references in your music. Because now when you hear a song like, girl, call me on your flip phone, and it's like, we don't have those anymore. So these songs will be laughed at by future generations just for referencing technology that isn't like phone, television. Anything else is going to be obsolete or just funny. I guess modem is still a thing, but like talking about the net, I don't know, referring to a girl as a net girl, it could come back. I think that would be cool. I always wish that Spider-Man had a net girl. Anywho, I thought this album was good. But the album that I'm really excited for is Vapor Trails from 2002. That's the next one on the list for me. And I just got to the part in Geddy's book where he talks about that album. And basically Neil, if you guys don't know, Neil had a couple tragedies that were really, really traumatic. He lost his wife and his daughter in the same year, in the same couple months, actually. And I was listening to that part of the book, and Geddy wrote about it so beautifully. And I was crying doing the dishes this morning, and I was like, I had no idea that Neil went through that stuff. And so it makes sense that they didn't have any records between 1996 and 2002. That kind of explains why they kind of took it easy for a few years. And so I think there was probably a lot of pressure to really, kind of come back and release an album in 2002. But the other thing is that apparently this album was originally not mixed very well, and it was actually mixed very badly. Geddy was saying that there was this culture in the 90s where people were trying to create the loudest albums possible in the mixing and mastering, like trying to kind of push the limits and almost break people's speakers. And what's funny is he said one of the loudest albums of the time was Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers, which I don't think of as a loud record, but it would be interesting to play that on a CD player next to other CDs. I would be really curious. But basically the original mix of that album was, a lot of people agreed that it sounded pretty bad. There's a lot of distortion and stuff, but someone remixed it recently, and I've decided for the next video, I've never heard Vapor Trails, but I want to hear it right. So I'm not going to listen to the original. I'm going to listen to the remix because I want to hear it. I want to hear it as, I don't want to judge the music. That's what the problem with a couple of these albums is. I'm judging the music based on the sound quality, and Roll the Bones has kind of a weak sound quality. And if it was mixed by the same person that did Counterparts, it would have been a slam dunk in my opinion. And it was almost there. So I'm really crossing my fingers for Vapor Trails. I have a feeling it's going to be a really good album. I feel like I've heard good stuff about it, but I haven't heard much about any of these albums, especially the later ones. So I'm very curious. Guys, there's only 3 more studio records left for me. And one of them I've heard before because I was in 7th grade when it's called Snakes and Arrows came out. I was in 7th grade and I was getting into Rush a little bit by some friends, and they showed me that album. So I've heard that, but it's been a long time. But so there's really only 2 records left that I haven't heard yet. So I'm very sad to get close to the end of this journey, but then I will walk away knowing that I've heard every studio recorded Rush song. I can get to all the live records. I can watch all the videos. I'll probably do music video reactions because I have seen small clips and those look hilarious. I can't wait to see all of Geddy's haircuts. I kind of want to do a series where I just rate Geddy's haircuts. That would be cool. I wish you could transcribe, how you can transcribe a bass line, kind of figure out what the notes are. I wish you could transcribe a haircut. What shear did they use to get that? Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Keep writing to me in the comments. I'll try to respond to those. I hope to get to know a lot more of you guys. Oh, by the way, why does my lighting look so much better? Why does my lighting look so much better? Is it because you spent a bunch of money on lighting equipment, you little piece of shit? No, actually, I don't have all that much money, but I happen to have a couple lights, and I just kind of messed around and watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how to make my shit look better. And I hope that it looks good for you guys. I want it to look artsy. I want it to look cute. I want it to look vaguely like Scott's Bass Lessons. I love those guys. You guys are awesome. You guys have a good time. Bye-bye, YouTube.